In this video, we're going to be evaluating Alia to see if he has what it takes to become a pro.
3, 2, 1, drop it.
Everybody at one point has seen Alia video. He's a great guy. I have nothing against him at all. He seems like he's a pretty down-to-earth dude, and I love his videos. They're actually pretty good, and he gets the information out that people want. But his skill level, that's a whole nother story, right? So we're going to start with his aim, which is actually his best strong suit. He's really good at aiming. So the man comes from a long line of Call of Duty gaming background. He's really good at Call of Duty, which means in turn his aim is really good. So that carried over to Fortnite pretty well, as you can see in most of his videos.
We're good.
No, come back. Right, we're getting some.
Maybe this would be a good time to ask if you might want to subscribe to the channel, or maybe even use code Uashi in the item shop. I'd appreciate it a ton. Now back to the video. Now that is why he was really good on Fortnite back in the older seasons, kind of up to around the Season 8 era, where, you know, things started to get a little bit more advanced. All jokes aside, he was pretty good, you know, his aim carried him. But another thing about him having good aim is that is actually the main factor between a pro player and a crappy player, right? So if you have good aim, you can almost win without having the best mechanics. You don't really need the best mechanics as long as you hit your shots. They could box you up and then do Marvel Classic. As long as you're hitting your shots, you're still going to kill them because you're going to get the shot off first. So that is the difference, right, between a pro and a non-pro. And guess what? He's already there. He's got his aim all the way up to that level to where he can hit good shots when he needs to. And there's no doubt about that. So I don't think he needs to practice his aim at all. I think he's good on that part. Now we're going to be talking about his mechanics, so his editing and his building. He's not bad at building at all. He's decent. Right? He's at more of a like higher skill level, but not pro level building, right? His mechanics are not all the way up to where they could be. All that would take for him is just a little bit more time into the game, right? He's a busy man, and I can get where that comes into play with trying to become a pro in Fortnite. You have to have a ton of time, but we're just talking about could he, right? So if he had some time on his hands to put into just going into creative every day for maybe even an hour or two and just practicing his builds, maybe look at some YouTube videos from some of his fellow YouTubers on how to do some of these retakes and, you know, how to box people like a fish.
I score box like a fish! What? Got him!
Well, in turn, he'd be able to definitely make his skill level just go up exponentially higher. And if he does that, it'd be an amazing thing for him. As far as editing goes, all you'd have to do is just spend a little bit of time in an edit course, or maybe even just free building and make himself have to edit, right? He does this just a little bit, and over the course of a month or two, he could become really good at the game, right? So that's where I think he's lacking right now. His game sense is actually pretty decent. He does win games still, no doubt about that. He could definitely work on it. It's not at a pro level yet, let's be honest here. He's got some good pub game sense, but not arena game sense. There's a very big difference there. Some things, you know, work about the same, but there is a difference there nonetheless. So I think him going into creative mode just for a little bit every day would do a lot for him, right? He'd be on a whole nother level if he actually practices skills, but that's not really what he's about. You know, he makes content over the game itself, more of the storyline based stuff, the updates, little things like that that doesn't really need to have. You do not have to be good at the game really to make that type of content, so that's probably why he's not pushing himself to do that. Also, he probably makes a ton more money just from YouTube alone compared to anything that you could possibly imagine from playing Fortnite, aside from winning the World Cup, right? There's no way you're making more money playing Fortnite than Alia is off his YouTube videos. There's just no way. So it makes no logical sense for him to do it. Maybe it would help him in a way, but not really, you know, for his content. It'd be cooler to see him popping off, you know, playing out some games on another level, right? Taking out 20-30 people a game. That'd be cool, but I don't think that's going to be something that happens in his future because he just does not need to. He doesn't have to. If I was him, I probably wouldn't either. Especially right now because the tournament earnings are lower than ever, and there's been plenty of pros that have just straight up quit playing Fortnite because of it, and there would be absolutely no reason for him to do that, and I can't blame the man at all. Like I said, this video is not made at all to hate on Alia. I actually like his content. I think he produces some really good videos. In the past, we've actually seen Alia versus some pros before. FaZe Jarvis at the time was a pro player, and he did verse him, and a couple other ones as well, so he's not a stranger to he's played against quite a few pros in his videos. He did keep up a little bit, but you can see where he's lacking, and that is just his building, right? It's just his mechanics. What he needs to do is load up a Raider edit course or even a Peace Control course, and that would do a ton for him. Even in like an edit course, right? That would do a exponential amount of justice to his skill level, no doubt about that. So all in all, I do believe that Alia could become a pro if he actually put his mind mind to it. His aim is on another level without practicing it. I believe that it could be done, right? I think he could be a pro if he wanted to, but he'd have to put in the hard work. And I love the man. I love to see him do it, but it literally makes absolutely zero sense for him to do that, and I completely understand that. It logically just does not make sense. He makes way more money off YouTube. I honestly feel like doing YouTube videos is a lot more fun anyways, you know. Personally, Fortnite is really fun, but getting pissed at it in the tournament setting is just not something that you want to be doing, right? You're doing it for the money at that point, and there's no reason he has to put himself through that, so I don't blame the man. If you guys did enjoy the video, I would very much so appreciate it if you dropped a like and subscribed. There'll be more videos to come. Also, don't forget to use code UASHI in the item shop. I really do appreciate it. It means more than you even know. I promise. I'm not just saying that. I really do mean it. And until next time, guys, you take her easy. Later.